friends can be a lot of fun, but sometimes they can be a little dangerous. Okay? You sometimes, with some friends in particular, need to be maybe a little cautious, actually. So, for example, I am friends with some neighborhood raccoons, or some raccoons in my neighborhood, and they are a lot of fun. They really, really know how to enjoy themselves, and, they can throw really fun parties, but sometimes they get a little wild, okay? And, you really have to be careful. Now, I'm not going to generalize, but there is a stereotype with raccoons, okay? And it is, they can be a little reckless, okay? And I know, even though the raccoons in my neighborhood are a lot of fun, that's also true for them. They can be, a little reckless, a little impulsive, and sometimes it can cause problems, okay? Like, I remember this one time, the raccoons were having a party at this apartment complex in town, and one of them thought it'd be a really good idea to light a dumpster on fire. Okay, now they had a bit of a problem trying to get the flame into the dumpster, so one of them climbed in and lit it from the inside, but of course, but he didn't make it out quite as fast as he needed to, because it really caught on really faster than he anticipated, and he got a little burnt. His fur was really, really smelly, and, he came out smoking, okay? Not gonna lie, he smelled pretty bad, and, I don't usually mind smells so much, but you don't forget burnt fur. Anyway, so we're at this party, the dumpster's on fire, the raccoons were laughing and dancing and eating some fermented fruit they brought to the party, when out comes this lady from one of the apartments, and I recognized her. She wasn't one of the food ladies. She was usually frowning, so I already knew she wasn't gonna like the party raccoons or their fire. And, so she starts waving her hands around and, yelling at everyone, and kept looking at the fire like she was really, really angry. And now, raccoons can be pretty bold. They don't usually care about other people's opinions. Really, when you think they should, they don't. They really don't. So anyway, the raccoons, at first they're like, what's with this lady? But some of them could tell right away, no, she's not really enjoying the party like we are. And in fact, Rainey just kind of looked at her like, is this lady serious? But she didn't look like she liked him looking at her, and so she started running at him, and I guess when she got too close, he's like, yeah, she's serious. So Randy took off after his friends, and look, obviously, I'm not a raccoon, and I had nothing to do with their party fire. So I figured, hey, I have nothing to worry about. I don't even like starting fires. Raccoons just love to get their hands on pretty much everything. They're very handsy, you could say. I mean, they could be pretty fun, but you need to know this before you get into any friendships with them, okay? So anyway, I didn't run away with the raccoons. I didn't even agree with their starting the fire to begin with. You never know. It could have been a wasteful thing to do, okay? But the lady didn't even think of this as she started chasing me like a raccoon, and luckily my legs still worked. I only had a little of the fruit. Honestly, raccoons can be kind of stingy, and maybe it was good that night was one of those stingy nights, because I was able to run away before the lady got too near, okay? I looked back after I got to a safe tree, and that lady was still by the fire, waving her arms and yelling. So, I don't know, maybe she was angry at the fire, or she just wanted it all for herself. I don't know. But either way, the raccoons decided not to have fires anymore at the apartment complex. The people there aren't very fire friendly, or maybe they just don't like parties. I don't know, but it's probably not a good thing to set dumpsters on fire, especially when you're in them, and especially when there are big, angry ladies who don't like parties around. You don't know if anyone was going to eat what you were setting on fire. Think of the food, okay? And that's also where they put food for later, so you don't want to mess up a good thing if it comes to it. Anyway, so all I got to say is maybe be careful around your friends, especially, well, I don't want to generalize, but raccoons can be a little impulsive, so maybe keep that in mind when going to parties with them. And, just be mindful of, personalities and things. Not to generalize about raccoons, but, sometimes people get a reputation for a reason. All right, that's all I'm saying. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Now go out there and don't catch on fire. Yeah!